All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Clouds. This is episode 243 of the show. It is so hot. I was fully dressed, ready to rock and roll after I get done with this podcast to go golf. But man, as soon I don't know why, dude. It's only 63 degrees today here in Missouri. But in my house where I'm doing this podcast, where everything's set up right now until I get my studio, I'm like, why is it so hot? And I'm like, okay. And because I was wearing long pants, polo, and I was gonna wear a sweater today over my, I know, real high class, uh, over my polo because it's gonna be cold. Instead of wearing a quarter zip, I was just no, I'll just wear a sweater. I could just and so I'm like, okay, so I took the sweater off. I'm like, okay, because as soon as I put the sweater on, I'm like, yeah, it's really hot in this house. I should not be wearing this right now. And then I was like, okay, I can get through this. And so then I opened up the refrigerator and I just stood in front of the refrigerator for a second because I thought that's what it was. I'm pretty sure I'm having a panic attack for some fucking reason. It's not even so. It literally takes nothing for me to break myself into a panic attack, and so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, and I can just feel myself. I'm just drenching in sweat right now in this shirt, all in here. But I'm like, I'd rather sweat through this t-shirt, or I'll sweat through this t-shirt than burn out. You know, my clothes for uh going to golf. You know, it's like, see, I'm like, oh god, I have to take my goddamn socks off because I'm so hot. Like, that's the thing. So like, I get these. I get. Okay, so I don't even know why I get these panic attacks. So it started maybe, I would say, 5 years ago, and what will just happen is I'm like, oh, here comes one, and I'm fully aware of it. It's fully, I fully know it's coming, and the whole room just starts getting really small. I start sweating, and then I'll start pacing, and I'm like, okay, and I'll just be sitting down, and I'm like, I'll either start sweating, and if I start sweating, and I look at my watch, I'm like, okay. And then if I'm like, oh, then I have one of the big reasons why I even wear watches that have my heartbeat on it is because I know, like, okay, having panic, okay, if I get up to like about 95 RPM and I'm just sitting down, not doing anything, I'm like, it's a panic attack right now. I'm just thinking, because what happens is what starts it is that I feel like I don't have enough time in the day to do everything I need to do, which truly, every day I prove, every time, every time, every time I have stuff I need to get done, I always get it done. I always get it all done. But I put myself into a tizzy, so I force myself to do it, because if I don't, then I have such I naturally want to be lazy, incredibly lazy, like stupid lazy. And so I have to ramp myself into a tizzy to get myself to do stuff, because I'm almost like, I was having a panic attack. Like, John, you're clearly having a panic attack. If you just, calm down in 15 minutes, you'll be good to go. But things in 15 minutes, I won't have enough time to do a podcast. I'm like, you gotta face it. Just take all your clothes off. Just take it off. Just go put a white shirt on and just wear your skins, your compression shorts that you wear underneath your golfing pants, and you'll be good to go. Just do that, and then we'll go from there. And yeah, because I'm like, John, you've already set everything up. You wanted to get this podcast done now for your golfing, so then golfing will be more fun. And if you can't tell, I chipped my mustache right there, so I shaved it off and I grew it back. But then when I was like trying to like get it underneath here, I chipped it a little bit, and now it's uneven. Yeah. So my whole world is falling apart, guys, and it's just, here we are. It's fun. It's really not that bad. It's so funny. I do these to myself, and things like, I am fine. I am absolutely fine. Stop doing this to yourself, Juan. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I do. I do it every time. I do it every fucking time. But I hope you're doing well. We're doing swell. Yeah. Thanks for the likes. I got like 5-6 likes on the last podcast, and the most recent one, the one before that. I didn't even acknowledge the last podcast, but I want to say thank you for that. It's probably because I got so much hate, and then people went and watched my podcast. And if you actually watch it, it's not that terrible once you get past the first 5 minutes. But we are here at the 5 minute marks because I'm trying to just run through this podcast. My tea time's at 3:04. It's 1:44 right now. So I want to try. I always try to leave an hour before. Even though I don't need to, I still do it. I leave an hour before my tea time. So when I get there, I have like a good 40 minutes, 45 minutes to chill. Because weirdly, they are very sticklers on tea times, which is weird, right? Because you're supposed to be at your tea times at 3:04. Shocking that they're gonna be kind of anal about that. Anyway, you guys want to see the first video? Here's the first video. My psychologist friend says this dude is just taking the piss out of everyone, and this guy's not really mentally ill, but I think this guy is mentally ill. Well, you've seen him before, but here we go. God dang it. Oh, we messed that up. Hold on. I put in the wrong spot. Okay, okay. Here we go.
Mexican, if you've never had sink horchata, that is a traditional, delicious Mexican drink, and today I'm going to show you how to make it right at home in your sink. This is Abuela's secret recipe, and trust me guys, you are going to love this. All you're going to do is basically just get a 5-gallon bucket and begin dumping your milk. This is a milk-based drink, so we will be adding some camel milk as well and some testes. Do not worry, guys. And then after that, we're just going to mix in our gelatin and a little bit of water and let it sit overnight. Once it's solidified, you will have a nice gloop of gelatinous milk, and you're just going to plop it down right in your sink and begin to break it up with your spatula, just like that. And then we're going to add a little bit more water and some camel's milk, and horchata is seasoned, so we did take some tajin, and we will be adding it to the sink mixture. Add some Nutella around your glass and dip it in some tajin, and after that, you're just going to plop your horchata in your cup and drink it, guys.
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
All right, well, I'm a fucking doofus. So the first 5 minutes was all you're gonna hear just the audio from the computer, because I was a dipshit and I didn't push record on the main audio thing. So now that's going. So the rest of the podcast should be good to go. I am a dipshit. Truth, I should probably do an extra 5 minutes because of that. But hey, it's only 5 minutes. Was it 5 minutes, 6 minutes of the podcast? Not that bad. It could have been worse. It could have been way worser. Could have been way worser, guys. So, but oh god, see, this is what I mean. This is what happens. This is what happens to me when I am going through a fucking panic attack. I lose all of it. I lose it all. See, did you guys see? That was the prime example. I didn't even push record on the audio because I was just like, I'm so freaking the fuck out. I'm just wild. It's so dumb how I do that. What happens to me when I go through my panic attacks, and it's probably one of the reasons why I am single, because it is something that I do not like putting this onto someone else. That's one of the big reasons why I am single, is that I'm aware of this of myself, and it's like I don't like dealing with this, and I'm the person who has to deal with it. So why would I want to be with somebody and force them to be with me and deal with this? This is awful. This is horrific. This is one of those weird things, like those weird, some people have those little quirks. This is my little quirk. I just lose it. I'm still sweating, by the way. It's still pretty hot in this podcast. But let's see here. So should we start our first segment? The first segment? So if you're not familiar, we do this thing we go on Craigslist Misconnections. And if you're not familiar with Craigslist, it's the place where you can go and you can check out and you can buy, like lawnmowers. You can get like roommates. You can, it's just kind of like Reddit, but just a little bit more like locally based kind of thing. Well, there's a sub, like on Reddit, there's like subreddits. Well, there's like a sub Craigslist, and it's called Misconnections, and it's people go there to like they had a connection with somebody, and they are just trying to relay that message, and hopefully that person will see this and I don't know why they think they would go to Craigslist, and they will read it, and then maybe they can reconnect. Call, and it's reconnection, or it's one of those things. Okay, so here we go. Autonomous. Oh God, I just can't pronounce the word.
Osteologist.
Osteologist near Clear Park, woman for woman. You are studying osteology? Osteology? Hold on. I just can't pronounce the word. So I just want to make sure I say it correctly.
Osteology.
Osteology. But I think not in Philly. You and your girlfriend admired the plastic dog skeleton on my porch, and you thought it was extremely amusing that it's what?
Scapulae.
Scalpely. Never heard that. I've never seen that word. Scalpely. The scalpely were on backwards. We're gonna Google that to see what a scalpely is. Scalpely was on backwards. We tried unsuccessfully to repair it. If that's not enough for you to know I'm talking about you, then you also remind that you identified my mysterious skull I found in the ocean. I forgot what kind of fish it's from, so please tell me again what it was, though this is not why I am trying to find you. You may recall I mentioned a dead greyhound I buried last summer, and I was hoping to put its skeleton together somehow, and I believe you two wanted to help. I think I might see if it is possible to do the project. If you're still interested, please get in touch. Just to be clear, this is a platonic request to help to reassemble the skeleton of a dead greyhound. This is fucking weird. That whole thing took such a turn. I thought it was going to be like this person, like even though you have a boyfriend, I still think you're pretty. Like I'm a girl, like you're a girl, like maybe we can go still be friends. And that ended up being you want to dig up a greyhound and you want to put the bones together. That's fucking odd. That is so fucking weird. So fucking weird. Oh, this is a good one. This is a damn good one. I just saw the title to this. I didn't really read it. I just saw the title. I'm like, this is going to be great. This will be super hard for me to read, too. You was the ultrasound tech, T-E-K, at Bronson Cock Hospital. Woman for woman. It was Thursday night, and I had a UTI, and you was like, you were like Hermione from Harry Potter with your ultrasound wand and cast a spell on me. I was there with my boyfriend, but would leave LEAV him for you, cause you know how to work it, girl. If you want to go get McDonald's, sometimes hit me up. Tell me how big this cyst on my ovary was, so I know it's you. Gross. This is fucking gross. I need to start doing all my stories every day. I need to post a misconnections. That's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna start doing. I'm starting to screen. If you haven't noticed, I'm screenshotting them. You can't see the picture. You can't see it. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know what I'm telling you. I don't know why I'm telling you this. God, I'm so weird, and I'm coming out of it. If it makes you feel any better, I'm coming out of my panic attack. And I'm not so hot anymore. I don't know why I have these panics. And I always feel like that's going to get wrinkled. That's another big thing. That's like my biggest fear too. I think it's one of my biggest phobias is like having things get wrinkled. And things wrinkled
it worries the hell out of me. I'm fucking weird, man. I'm so weird. I am so weird. Okay, so I got you an accidental back scratch. We were strangers in the 27th row on a flight from Seattle. We didn't even exchange hellos. You seemed queasy and kept putting your head on the seat in front of you. I was high on cough medicine, decided you needed a back scratch. We both realized what was happening, but it was too late. I scratched your back in a affectionate manner for at least 5 seconds and no more than 10. I patted your back afterwards at the conclusion of my back scratch and then proceeded to be asleep. If you read this, I'm sorry. And then there's just a picture of a hand. Odd. What the fuck? Oh man. I'm so fucking weird, and I'm just like thinking about how I can't believe I told all you guys about this fucking panic attack thing, but this is just real. This is why people watch podcasts, isn't it? Like a solo podcast, because you almost have to do a physical meltdown because it's so hard to be funny about yourself. Or maybe you're just not talented, John. Maybe all those people on the internet are just honest with you, and they're being real, and they're being honest, and they're trying to tell you. Maybe that's the universe trying to tell you, like, hey, you know that story about that guy who, his house got caught in a hurricane and it was flooding, and he got on his roof, and before he had to do that, there was a guy who came by and knocked on doors like, hey, we're about to leave. Would you want to get a ride so you don't have to get on the roof because your house is gonna flood? The guy was like, no. So now the house is flooded. He's on the roof. There's a guy in a boat, drives by. He's like, hey, you want to get on this boat so you can leave? And he's like, no, I'm gonna wait this out. And then eventually he drowns. Because there's no more house. The house gets completely submerged. And he goes to heaven. He goes up, and then he asks God, he's like, hey, God, why didn't you help me? He's like, oh, I sent you, whatever that was. And so I think that's sometimes I feel like it's similar. John, why don't you just go get in the corporate world? Because I've sent you so many signs that you're not good at this. But okay, moving on. Next one. I ain't jealous. Jealous is JELLUS. Jealous. Woman for man. Take me back, babe. Take me back, baby. I was mad. Did things that were bad. I was not jealous, though. THOW. You say I slashed your tires. I can't prove nothing. You can't prove nothing. Besides, my sister says you a punk, so she ain't gonna roll on me. You know, no, N-O. I only broke your window 'cause you was with that white girl, Gurl, Gina, or Trisha, or whatever. What is WUT space ever? Her name. So you gonna take me back? Life is tough. TUFF on you if you don't. I just saying you best take me back. We belong together. I don't have rage. I don't have rage is all in caps. I have passion. I don't think that's how you spell passion.
Passion.
I have passion. I love you. So take me back or else. ELCE. Wow. Else. I did not know you could even spell it like that. I've never even thought about spelling it like that. Or else. I know you want me. I know no other girl will do the kind of things I am willing to do. Let's get married. Take me back now. . That's just fucking wild. That is so wild. I would be so petrified of that human. I'd be like, what are we doing? Okay, let's move on. So, let's see. Next one, I think we have, wait. Do we have one more? We have two more? We have one more. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, this is the last one. And then we'll move on to, I'm like, I think we're getting close to, like, I need to do the next segment. Okay. Naughty at the funeral, woman for man. I'm looking for a guy that I can bang at my uncle's funeral 2 weeks ago. I'm looking for the guy that I banged at my uncle's funeral 2 weeks ago. We were sitting next to each other, and you started rubbing my leg while trying to comfort me. You told me that I was beautiful, and next thing I knew, we were walking to the bathroom. I really worry about you never... What the fuck? Hold on. Let me start that over again. Okay. Naughty at the funeral, woman for man. I'm looking for the guy that I banged at my uncle's funeral 2 weeks ago. God damn it. 2 weeks ago. We were sitting next to each other, and you started rubbing my leg while trying to comfort me. You told me that I was beautiful, and next thing I knew, we were walking to the bathroom. I'm really worried because you never did say how you knew my uncle, and I'm freaking out that we could be related. If not, I thought maybe we could continue where we left off. Maybe it was because it was taboo, but it was so hot. I don't think the funeral director knew what to think when we walked out of the bathroom together. Anyway, I hope to hear from you. This is Kansas City. Wild. Dude, I hate it because what happens is if someone calls me, it kicks you off of screen record, and it's like, God damn it, just fucking fuck. All right, so I guess we should probably go to the next segment, and then I'm gonna have to cut this podcast. Actually, would you guys be upset if I just cut this podcast short now? How about this? I'll cut it shut now. Pretty much done. I'll come back after the podcast. I'll come back after I get done with golf. We'll do a little bit more. How about that? All right, and we're back. So, how are you guys? So this is what I was going to be wearing at the golf course, but apparently me wearing this in here yesterday was just too hot to handle, too hot to touch. So yeah, we're back. We just did the Craigslist Misconnections, right? So I guess we should probably go right into the next segment, shouldn't we? And that would be the videos of this week. And then I think that's pretty much it. We'll kind of be able to slowly descend into the podcast and be done with it. So here's the first video. Here you go.
Yep, my mom, my brother, and me, we're at Golden Corral right now. There's my brother. There's my mom. She's just eating her food and enjoying herself.
Yep. Wild, right? Yeah. Just people going to Golden Corral. Nothing weird about that video at all. Not one thing that's weird about that video whatsoever. Yeah. So here's the next video.
Week because tonight I am going to be feeding my dog a hamster, and this is making me a little more sad than the guinea pig did because I had a hamster when I was a kid. Oh my god. I'm sure you guys probably don't actually care about any of Kit's other stuff that he's going to eat besides the hamster. So I want to talk a little bit about why I am feeding my dog a hamster tonight. It's considered something called whole prey. It mimics how wild cats and dogs eat, and it's typically high in protein and low in carbohydrates. It's got things like fur, bones, organs, basically the whole shebang. This whole prey for Whole Prey Wednesday tonight is a little on the wilder side. If you like this video but you're like, I don't really know about hamster, there are other kind of beginner options like rabbit skin, rabbit feet, ears, also cow ears, cowhide. Here's our hamster for tonight. I've been talking about it this whole time, but if you don't want to see that, please leave. It's actually a pretty hefty thing. I'm actually kind of surprised. I did cut off and rip off some of the bits of it to give to my cat for his Whole Prey dinner tonight, which he devoured. bird. I don't know if this was one of Kit's favorites, honestly. I think he prefers bird, but he did definitely chow down. For some reason, he only wanted to eat his hamster in his bed, so I brought the bed outside for him, and he had such a lovely dinner. If y'all with the ASMR, let me know. Thank you so much.
All right, so this is the thing about these kind of videos. These things piss me the fuck off because they are so... It's such a fucking way to get attention without actually learning any sort of actual talent. It's like, if you were really into this, cool, get it, awesome, understandable. There probably are people and there probably are benefits to this. But this is the thing. This is the thing. If you're really into this, you wouldn't want to make videos about it. You just live your life and just do it. You just do it. You don't have to then show people and get gratification, because the thing is, like, the only one that should be getting any gratification off of this would be the dog, because it's the equivalent of being like, oh, I'm a fucking dog, but I'm a vegan. Ha 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 ha. It's like, you're such a fucking asshole. One, to do this to these creatures that have no control over their fucking life. Just give them dog food. We've all been giving them dog food, and every dog's been fine. Every dog's been fine. Just do that. And another thing is the fact that you are such a closed-minded cunt that you have to make this all about you, because it's only about you. Because it's all about, like, I had hamsters when I was a kid, and like I gave this to my dog, I gave this to my and he devoured it. It's like, it's so fucking gross. It's just fucking gross to do that. All right, here's the next video. And this is just as bad. This is just like, just all you gotta do is just try to do something like this. Like, I suck at this, but I try to do a podcast every week. I try, and it's just a hobby, and I learn, I get better at it. You get better at stuff, and it's like golf. It's like, I suck at it, but I try to get better at it, and then I do. And it's a real thing, and it's something it's an intangible thing where then I can apply it to, like, other things, other parts of my life. But instead, this is just fucking gross. Like, why do you want this as a sense of making, why do you want this in the sense of making your attention? Why? All right, here's another one.
3 months post-op, let's talk about wrapping my dick a little bit more. I already shared the fact that I still wrap my penis, right? Zero form and Coban wrap solely for healing purposes. I've been doing this every single day for 24 hours a day since July 11th, which is when I had stage 2. Stage 1, I Coban wrapped my dick for swelling purposes for 3 months straight as well. I'm slowly getting away from having to wrap it now that I am 3 months post-op from stage 2. So why do I wrap it? So in stage 2, I got like creation of the dick head. That was part of it, right? They're basically like chiseling out a penis head for you, trying to make this masterpiece. I think it looks pretty realistic in my opinion. But anyways, what they want you to do is zero form underneath the flap that they create on the penis head. Because if you don't get that under there, like I literally had to like flap, like push it up and like get that underneath the flap and put it back down and then Coban wrap it. You want to make sure it's underneath, because if it's not, your skin's going to want to fuse back to how it was and just create like, there would not be that type of flap and it wouldn't be a head basically. So that's why it's important to get that zero form underneath your flap head so it heals properly. Maybe this might be TMI. There might be minor complications because like certain blood flow might not make it all the way through the flap and the revision, which happened to me. I have a small slight area that didn't make it and it fell off, and now I kind of have just this like little gap. Gives it character.
Yeah. I don't know why Instagram thinks I want to know these things or why I want these videos in my life, but I take them. And the thing is, like, it's not like I push, stop showing me this shit. Nope. I still show it. It's just fucking wild. Isn't it wild? Wild. But yeah. All right. So all right. So here's the next video.
Relationship is bisexual. I'm bisexual and bifluid. Meaning I like more men did not like female. Yeah, you know how you all know my woman is bisexual, right? My open relationship. I'm bisexual and I'm bifluid. And the bifluid is another type of bisexualness. Right. So I like more men than I like females. So I got to experience all kinds of relationships. 356 relationships. That's the reason why I had to walk away from the relationship. Because I wanted to experience more relationships besides her. I wasn't ready to settle down. I am now, and that's why I opened the relationship up. And just to let you know, she's the only female I've been with so far. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you just feel sad? It's like, what the fuck? What the fucking fuck? All right, so we'll close it off with this. This is a little bit lighter, kind of. All right, here we go.
About women giving birth in the ocean with dolphins, and that if a woman gets in the water with the dolphin and she's not even showing, the dolphins will already know that she's pregnant. And they did many studies to prove that if a woman gives birth in water with the dolphins, that their sonar frequency can keep the woman from having birthing pain, and it's guaranteed that the child will have an IQ of 150 or more. But inside the womb, the baby is actually being created in water, which I read is mostly urine. It's our urine.
This woman's fully batshit. But yeah, babies are built. They're floating around in urine. What? Who in the fuck? How fucking dumb are you? Just like, oh man. If anything, I really put you guys through a gauntlet with these videos this week. These were real rough. They're rough this week. Oh my god. All right, well, guys, I think we've reached the end of the podcast. Yeah, if you enjoyed these two podcasts these two different versions being slammed together, well, here you go. All right, well, I'll see you guys on the next episode. All right, bye.